Hey guys, Crooked Leg here. We're gonna do the Italian turn here real quick. Middle of the day video, so bear with me. We are looking at January of 1939 for the Italians. We received a notice from the Germans at the start of the Italian turn. Before we even rolled tech, we received a telegram from the diplomat, Mr. Ribbentrop, from the German High Command. And we've been notified that Germany is now in a state of war with France, and France is no longer at peace. So let that be known. There is now a state of war between the Germans and the French. We did also receive telegraph order that the British are not engaging in the combat or in any declarations of war at this point, and there is still a state of peace between the Anglo-British and the Anglo-Germans. So no declarations of war between them, but the French and the Germans are in a state of war. So, let that be said, there won't be any combat moves with the Italians. The Italians are not declaring war. We will remain neutral and abide by the international laws and constraints. So, Germans are at war at the start of the Italian turn before tech rolls. So, let's get into tech rolls. The Italians are going to roll for improved construction, so we need a 7 or higher. So we got a 5. I think you can see that okay. Yep, 5. That's a miss. So didn't get that. Fair enough. No big deal. We'll move now on to purchases. So all of the port cities for the nationalists have been bombed into oblivion. So there are no measures that can be taken to supply the nationalist civil war in Spain. So as a result, we will be switching tactics for the Italians. We're going to upgrade a militia to an infantry. We are going to lend-lease the Germans a submarine, since the Germans are now in a state of war with a major power. And we are also going to save $5 for the Italians going into the next turn. So, let's get into non-combat movement for the Italians. We just have a few. The first one will be in the Atlantic. We are going to move the submarine in Sea Zone 46 to Sea Zone 45. So that will be the only change there. And then over here in the Med, we're going to take this air transport that's here in Sardinia, and he is going to go 1 into Sea Zone 50, 2 to Mezzogiorno, or no, actually take it back. We're actually going to just use him to fly into northern Italy, so he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop the airborne infantry off in Sardinia, and he will land in Sardinia. So do that there. We're going to move the infantry here in Tripolitania. He will move to Cyrenaica. Okay. And the only other non-combat move we're going to do will be the Italians down here. Let's see. Yeah. The transport in Sea Zone 82 is going to use... Actually, let me check the Italian chart, because I don't know what their limits are when it comes to strategic naval movement. I think it's just 2, but I want to verify to be sure. So, yeah, 2 units. So, we will take the transport and he will go 1, 2, pick up the mountain infantry in Mezzogiorno, go 3, 4, and drop him off in Eritrea. So Eritrea now has a militia, a mountain infantry, and 10 regular infantry. So, and then we still have the forces over there in Italian Somaliland, no changes there. That concludes our non-combat movement for the Italians. We'll go ahead and get into unit placement. So the militia upgrade that we're gonna do is going to be up here in Rome. So we'll put the regular infantry in Rome. So that's done. And then the only other non-combat move that we are going to do, or not non-combat move, placement of units would be the delivery Lend-Lease. So we will start at the factory in Northern Italy, go through C-Zone 50, 49, 80, 79. There's no restrictions because I believe Gibraltar may only be closed to nations the British are at war with. But correct me if I'm wrong. So we'll go 79 all the way up, and we'll Lend-Lease him and deliver him in C-Zone 13. So there's a submarine in C-Zone 13 now for the Germans. As I said, I believe I'm able to do that, but let me know in the comments if it's incorrect and that we're restricted from doing so. If so, we'll switch it and we'll do an airborne transport for the Germans instead. So, and then of course we'll adjust our income based on that for what we save going into the next turn. Otherwise, that concludes the Italian turn. So we will have $5 that we didn't spend this round, and we'll collect our 10 that we normally get. So in total, we would have $15 going into the next round, assuming that the Lend-Lease is legal. So, okay, that concludes the Italian turn. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over now to the Americans. And then from there, we'll see where things go going into July 1939. So, thanks guys. Bye.